Kairi Nasai Minasan. Today we are gonna talk about Kamen Rider Geats episode 49. Before watching Kamen Rider Geats episode 49, this is the final episode. So let's do this one last time, okay? Let us start with the trailer. Let's go. Saishukai! Let's go. Okay. Jin is back. The golden coin. Okay, so we don't actually get to see Ukyo S in action officially in this episode, but I have a strong belief that he is gonna return in the last episode of Kamen Rider Geats because of how the story has been leading up for the past few episodes. We have good and happy ending over happy ending and over happy ending, and the premise of the show also kind of like sells you an idea that hey, at the end of the day, the main character, the character is gonna have happy ending no matter what, something like that. So that is really amazing. But with that being said, let us take a look at the trailer scene by scene to figure out what we can actually learn from the trailer itself. So first off, we started out with this scene of Ukyo S lying on the floor and Sumori is like over Ukyo S. We are not sure like what Sumori is trying to do. Is this even Sumori or is this Emo Sumo? We are not sure, but S is officially on the floor itself. So maybe, you know, there is a few things that it can actually happen here. Like how can Ukyo S come back to life? My first theory is Sumori wishes him to come back to life, and I think or maybe like before Ukyo S like prepare for this final fight, he actually write a wish card to Sumori like, okay, this is my wish. If I die, I want to be resurrected. I want to be reincarnated immediately into this version of Ukyo S, something like that. Because we know for a fact that Ukyo S is gonna get rebirth and rebirth and rebirth and rebirth again, and for we do not know how long, and we don't even know like whether or not okay, so maybe there's a little bit of loophole in this theory because we are not sure whether or not Ukyo S can still be resurrected or reincarnated again or not, because what we initially thought or believed is that Ukyo S get reincarnated every single time because Mitsune is still there. Mitsune is still there to supply the power for Ukyo S to get reincarnated every single time. So we are not sure whether or not how does the reincarnation work? Is it due to Ukyo S own personal creation power, or is it due to the power of Mitsune itself? We are not sure, but let us just assume that Ukyo S still is the one that carries the power to reincarnate himself and to remember his past life. That is gonna be really amazing for us to see Ukyo S back in action once again. And I think I already talked about this in my previous my episode 48 review. I talk about why Ukyo S would actually do this, and maybe the reason why Ukyo S would try to do this is because he already knew about the ability to reverse time by Kamen Rider Girigaldo Omega, and how does he actually find out about this? Gilori told him about this, so he made a plan to settle this problem, which is to die and to get resurrected or reincarnated once again, something like that. So this is all really interesting, but then again, we are not sure how the story is gonna go, because next thing we get to see is Bujin Sword and Fantasy fighting with Rigato Omega. Definitely they are gonna lose, and then we get to see Buffa fighting with Rigat Omega as well. So and they are using beat Rice Buckle, and then we get to see Ninja Rice Buckle. Like, why are they using a lower power Rice Buckle? Okay, so we are not sure, but there's a possibility like the second fight scene that we saw is actually took place right after Geats was being defeated, something like that, and we actually got cut to a second fight when they are actually using their stronger power, which is Fantasy and Bujin Sword, and that is also really interesting. We are not sure like what Hallelujah Win and also Daichi is looking at right here, but I would actually assume it is definitely gonna be kind of like a Nani the F moment. Like we actually get to see the live broadcast sagas of Ukyo-S being defeated and being gunned down by Sumori himself, and that is why Hallelujah will be like, what is Sumori doing, something like that, okay? But then again, that is just a theory. Next, we get to see Jin back in action once again, so we are not sure like who the hell actually is Jin. There's a lot of people, and there's still a lot of theory surrounding the idea that, hey, maybe Jin is actually Ukyo-S, okay, like because shit's happened, okay, and all the stuff. But he's back, so I'm really glad we actually get to see Jin for the final time before the series ended. For a fan of Kamen Rider Geats, he deserved to be in the final episode of Kamen Rider Geats series itself, okay? So really amazing thing. Next, we get to see Sumori. I think this is normal sumo because of the hairband is white color. Next, we get to see Tycoon, get to see Nago, get to see Buffa, and then we get to see the golden coin, the Caesar coin being flipped into the sky and falling down. And this is why, because of this Caesar coin, it really makes me believe that, hey, S is gonna come back, and he's gonna come back as a reincarnated version of himself, so that the power to reverse time is not gonna have any effect on him, something like that. That is just a theory, Kamen Rider theory. I already made this joke previously, but I'm just gonna make it again. Next, we get to see like Geats shadow, something like that, and then we fade to white, and that is the end of the trailer itself. Very short and simple trailer, but I felt like I really love how they keeps the mystery in the final episode. Like, they don't tell you too much in the trailer. They don't tell you how it ended. Is it gonna have a happy ending? Is it gonna have a sad ending? We are not sure, but I strongly believe we are gonna have a happy ending, because that is the story so far. So that is all from me in this final video that we actually talk about Kamen Rider Geats before watching Kamen Rider Geats. So I don't know, man, like, support me when we go into Gachado, and I believe Gachado is gonna be a really fun series, and I might actually start watching Ultraman Blazer. I'm gonna try. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna review it every single week. I might even watch it and not review it every single week. I don't know. Let me know what do you think of this final trailer of Kamen Rider Geats before we watch Kamen Rider Geats final episode. Goodbye.